I almost said a thing. Oh, that would have been embarrassing. Hi everybody. Hi everyone. Meowing, meowing, meowing. And she sounds sleepy. Yeah, I'm a little bit sleepy. Tiny bit sleepy. Tiny bit eepy. I haven't slept now. I slept earlier. Helen Mooney, I hope you're doing well. Love you, sweetheart. So proud of you. Hi, Mama. Good meowing. What are you proud of me for? Good meowing, Ryu. How you doing? How you doing? Ha ha ha. What are you proud of me for today? What have I done today? Ew. Wow. Does anybody know how to purr? I was listening to Necrocatic Games today, and he has a cat unicorn VTuber model now, and he was purring. It was really interesting. I I quite liked it. Hi LDTGX and meowing. You're here with us, so that's one thing worth praising. For putting yourself out there like you do, even through your current struggles. You're so strong, Mooney. Mamo, I would argue almost the exact opposite. Is it a sign of strength, or is it a sign of weakness that I'm mentally ill in public on a regular basis? Okay, for me, it hasn't been that bad, like, overall. Lately, I guess, or well, since I started VTubing, but lately, actually recently, it's just I don't know, I've climbed up to the precipice. It's like I'm trying to get an award for the most mentally ill VTuber, speed running it, and nobody asked me to do this. I didn't even ask myself to do this, so I kind of would like to stop, you know? I feel like it's a bit too much. I should talk about litter box stuff, but I need a second. It takes a particularly strong person to struggle alone, so I'd say that's another thing worth praising. Good morning, Dusty Waffles. Good meowing, good meowing, good meowing. How are you? Hi. Jin says, I'm proud of you for your consistency, Moon. Thank you, Jin. I actually appreciate that. Thank you for saying that. Wow. I'm trying to be consistent. I'm trying to have self-discipline. Boo boo. And then, okay, so where do I begin? I don't know. Yeah, I kind of had a meltdown yesterday. Sorry about, sorry about drinking on stream. I could promise you that won't happen again. Um, yeah, just yeah, it wasn't the best look for me. uh, I imploded a lot of things in my life. Kind of all at once or all within a couple hour period span of like 12 hours maybe. And then um okay, because I've been so down and so sad lately in the litter box and I don't have much of a filter, the same people who try to say, "Oh, Moon, don't kill yourself," are like getting super depressed and talking about killing themselves. And then it was making me more triggered cuz I'm like, what, like, I don't want to be listen, I don't want to be responsible if we accidentally end up doing like a group, we call it a mess. I don't know. I don't want to I don't want to be responsible for anyone's life. So yeah. I'm proud of you for being honest with your thoughts. You don't have to be proud. It's cuz I have no shame, or I don't have enough shame. LDTGX said suicide cult. Exactly. Believe it or not, I don't want that. To make it perfectly clear, to make it as broad as daylight, I am not trying to harbor a suicide cult. That is not my intention. Did I join at the wrong times and Dusty Waffles? You're fine. Everything's good. Everything's normal. Um, December 18th, the litter box incident from the FBI files. I don't want that file to exist, okay? I'm gonna act like I never saw that. Unless Razor's from the future. Wah, 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 wah. But yeah. I've tried a couple it's weird. It's weird because like I've tried to relieve myself of the burden of having to moderate this shit by trying to make other people do it. But the problem is that I'm the problem because my behavior, like, you know, I can't just be like, oh, you guys, I'm the only one who's allowed to be a sad girl in here. That's kind of weird. Even if I feel like that's true, I still think it's weird. Like, I think it's not a good look. So I have to lead by example. And, if I can't control myself to not say really triggering things in chat, I can't hold you guys to that standard too. So yeah, the chat just had to be nuked for a while. It'll be taking pretty much an indefinite hiatus. I kind of like the idea of only having cat pics in the Discord. It may discourage people from joining, but that's okay too. That's fine. That's fine. If I can't sad girl post, no one can. Pop off, queen. Yeah. You know, I'm laughing and joking about it, but it's true. I don't want anything bad to happen to anyone in the litter box, especially because of me. And I realize that my bluntness can be seen as triggering for a lot of people. I'm not saying it for attention. I was saying it because, you know, I've been having issues, but that's still not an excuse. I need to be more responsible. And yeah. In order to do that, I'm just gonna take a break. You know, this has been an ongoing thing anyway, that like I've been struggling with managing a Discord, but now it's just like the shit's hitting the fan. So I like it much better now. We'll just do cat pics and it'll be fine. And then the people who don't want to do it don't have to do it. And the people who want to do it, you know, you can get a little dose of dopamine every day. Proud of you for setting up some boundaries. Yeah, it's okay. I understand. Thank you, Dusty. Thank you. Wah. It is for the best for now, anyway. Yeah. And in the meantime, I'm not like, I'm not just gonna talk the talk. I'm also gonna walk the walk. So I have been looking into, like real world professional help to kind of resolve this escalating mental health crisis I seem to be having because yeah, even to myself, I'm like noticing the erratic nature of my own behavior. Because yeah, after last night's stream, I wasn't done. I drank again today, and I'm like, I don't drink. I really don't. I haven't had alcohol since today and yesterday. It had been like maybe a year, maybe more than a year. That's how infrequently I drink. So I just felt like, okay, everything's spiraling. I really need to chill out. Hi, Moisty Moisty, how are you? Good meowing. The catwalk. Yeah. Yeah, we could have a catwalk. We could have a, I don't know, whatever. Wah, wah, wah. I feel okay now. I hope you all are feeling pretty good. Something that helped me today, two things. Number one, it seems that no matter how sad I get, I always believe in the fantasy of love. Like the idea of love sparks joy in my heart, even if I don't get to experience it myself. So, yeah, I looked at a lot of cute couples posts on Twitter or X, and the anime I'm going to talk about in a little while also had some romance in it. And yeah, thinking of the idea of falling in love cheers me up a bit. Also, music can really help. You'll experience it one day, sis. Thank you, Mama. Wah, wah, wah. I hope so. Like, yeah, I want to experience the whole thing, but especially the physical parts. That sounds really suspicious, but I don't mean anything nasty. I'm gonna stop talking now. Good music. Right. I found this I found this channel that's kind of like random EDM mixes, but it does it in the way that is exactly what I look for, right? Like sometimes I'll be stuck on an artist and I'll just listen to their albums or whatever from start to finish and just be in that mood for like that particular band or whatever. But other times, or all of the time I should say, I really prefer music that suits either the mood that I feel or the mood that I'm trying to achieve. And yeah, I found this channel that has like, you know, a playlist for when you need to feel focused, and then a playlist for when you want to get energized, and a playlist for when when you want to feel happy and all these things. So I just been really enjoying that. Horny cat. Yeah, my horny cat noises. I've been whatever. I'm trying to break my fear of video editing by starting small with editing some clips, but I wanted to find like a style that feels like me. Um so I don't know why I'm losing my words. I promise you I'm not drunk. uh but yeah, I did make a few clips. Good. Video editing isn't super hard, so I hope you find your style and get comfortable. Okay, that sounds like such a, like, I don't know if you're trying to diss me or diss all video. That's like such a silly thing to say. That is such a silly thing to say. Video editing isn't super hard. Like, you're right. The basic fundamentals of video editing are totally accessible and not hard. But to do very, very good video editing is a skill that has a high ceiling. Video editing clips isn't super hard is what I meant. Oh, yeah, I got you. Yeah. Um, wow. Easy to learn, hard to master. Yeah, I feel like there's some in the sorry, words again. I'm having trouble with words again. One genre of video that I do kind of like to watch on YouTube would be like these editing contests. Like sometimes they'll do it around music. Typically it's music, but it can also be done with video editing where you give two editors the same starting tools and the same amount of time, and depending on the, you know, obviously on the experience level, the editor with more skill, more mastery of the skill, right? More experience can make something that's like a lot more interesting, engaging, enjoyable to watch, etc., than someone who's just learning like me. So, wow. Basketball isn't super hard either. Just put the ball in the net, right? Easy. Uh, words, my mortal enemy. Wah, wah, wah. So, yeah, if you have low standards, then it's super easy, right? But or if you have low standards, or if you just want to do something for the sake of doing it and have it be done, that's easy. But to actually, I think I would argue that even for clips and even for shorts or whatever, there's definitely objective skill where some people are able to edit something that is interesting, concise, funny, etc. And with given the same exact source material, someone who's less talented, they might have, even with the same skill, someone who's just like, who has less of a, I guess, vision for how to make it interesting, whatever, you know, words. I just think, yeah, I think it's like weird to say that video editing doesn't take skill. I just showed up, feel overwhelmed, back out of it forever. Wow. Yeah. Wah, wah, wah. And I do have like some experience, but it's been so long since I've done anything. And also, yeah, I want to find out what my style is. I want to figure out. The other thing too is like, so I used a completely different software in the past, and another skill issue that I have isn't just, okay, these are the ideas I have, but figuring out how to actually achieve them in the software that I'm using, right? Figuring out, what all the keybinds do, and where different things are hidden or whatever. I have a headache thinking about it now, but wah 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 wah. I'm not stressed honestly about it. I'll start small and then I'll work up to something. Wah. I don't think anyone would say video editing doesn't take skill. I guess. Maybe I'm arguing with myself here then. I misinterpreted what you were trying to say. Wah. Yeah. Good meowing, good afternoon, and good night, wherever you are in the world. Thanks for tuning into Love Talk with me, Mrs. Moonson. This is my daily talk show, where I discuss all things love, life, and anime. I have to sneeze. I forgot to say I'm a smitten kitten. Like I said, you'll get. Oh, I gotta sneeze. I don't want to sneeze. You'll get to where you want to be with time. Yeah. I'm sure I will. Perhaps. I could think about it more or talk about it more because I mean, it would probably be cool. Actually, yeah, it would be very cool to talk to like another editor that I don't know, like I don't know why I'm really struggling with words right now, but there's definitely levels to it, right? If you're just trying to like, okay, cut out the dead air, easy. If you're trying to like, I don't know, add a couple of zooms, jump cuts, whatever, that's again kind of easy. If you're just like adding basic subtitling, okay, it's straightforward. But there's definitely an art form to it where like knowing what to cut and what to leave in, knowing pacing and timing, and like stylistically how to make things look good in a simple way. I don't know. It's not to overthink it. I just want to have like a distinct vibe and feeling. And I want it to look good. Wah. Wah. I'll move on. Today is Saturday, believe it or not. Which is what the fuck Saturday? It's Sugoi Nani Desu Saturday. It's supposed to be the day I talk about the taboo types of love. Actually, speaking of taboo types of love, I spent a lot of today working on my my lore because I really want to have a manga that goes with my lore. And then I also want to make a visual novel that goes with my lore. But I'm not as I'm not as familiar with the medium of visual novels. So I'm not sure how that goes yet, but I spent some time outlining the manga, and I was doing some research, reading about different types of story structures and stuff like that. And I came across some I was trying to figure out what genre I'm aiming for. And I came across gothic romance, and I'm like, this is it. This is the thing. Because like I don't know why I'm talking about this. I don't know. Yeah, it's not going to be purely romance, and it's not going to be purely horror or psychological, but there's like some overlap in between. There's definitely themes and aesthetics that fit like the gothic fiction aesthetic. Please post lore updates later so I can write more songs. Hi Name33, good meowing. Very ambitious as Mamo. I guess. Sugaloth, how are you? Hi, good meowing. Thank you for being nice to me on X. Trying to cheer me up on X. I've been posting a lot of weird stuff lately. I'm sorry. But yeah, for the manga, it's going to probably exist on my website mostly. I think I have to think a little bit more about about the delivery and the promotion, but the updates will go on the website when it's ready. I'm awake for once. Good meowing. Wah! Is it really late or really early for you? I'm supposed to talk about anime. Uh, uh, uh. Sounds very cool. Yeah, it gets cooler. I mean, I think it gets cooler. I'm really a fan of the story that I have cooked up. But that's enough about me. Late since I haven't slept yet. Very good to catch a stream though. Ah. Well, the stream is halfway over. But yeah, I'm excited to see it when it comes out. Can't wait to learn more about my favorite kitten and become even more smitten. Mamo! Don't be any more smitten. This is enough. A VN is a really cool idea to explore your character lore. Yeah. I think I would like it because I don't want to spoil too much. But one of the things that has me most concerned is I kind of don't want to give I don't want to give Moon a happy ending. It's not an unhappy ending. It's more of a like ambiguous to tragic ending, like somewhere in between ambiguous and tragic. But I like the idea of a visual novel because then I could at least have alternate endings, and then people who are mad at me could have an option to have a happy one. Open to interpretation. Yeah, kind of, sort of. Like open to the possibility of another season. Why even give her an ending you could leave it open to? Just fades to white. Yeah, but you know what? Oh, that's kind of triggering me. It's making me think of Evangelion. Smitten for real, even half is better than none. Wah, wah, wah. I still have to sneeze, by the way. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just gonna do it because you only live once. Oh, this is bad. This is terrible. Why is this like this? Why is this so big? Sorry. Sorry for the flashbang. I didn't mean to. I don't know how to. Oh, there we go. There we go. My bad. Rip mobile users. True. Anyway, so anime of the day. It's a Saturday. It's a catter day. So I watched this mostly. I'm sorry. It was not my intention. But it is my fault. Hello World is the name of this anime film. It's an hour and 37 minutes too long. I think I've read to you about this, but Dusty says, I've heard this isn't too good. I agree. Hello, 5 centimeters per second looking ass movie. Yeah. It's, you know what? I was gonna say it's almost worse than 5 centimeters, but I don't think it tops how bad 5 centimeters was for me specifically. I have a lot of feelings about that movie. This one, honestly, I'll be honest, I couldn't finish it. I had to I watched maybe half and then I skipped to the end because I was like, this is stupid. But I'll tell you about it anyway. The year's 2027. And the city of Kyoto has undergone tremendous technological advancements. Within the city live two classmates, Naomi, which is a guy, and Ruri, a girl with a cold personality. Despite sharing a love of reading, Naomi is afraid to approach this girl due to her unfriendly nature. They're both like high school students. He's afraid to talk to her because she seems kind of bitchy. One day, while he's out on a walk, Naomi witnesses a crimson aura piercing through the sky for a brief moment before vanishing. Shortly after, he encounters a three-legged crow and a mysterious, hooded man who reveals himself to be Naomi from 10 years in the future. I think you guys can already see where this is going. Explaining that he's come to change an imminent tragedy or an imminent tragic event that happens to Ruri soon after they start dating. Initially taking his words with a grain of salt, present-day Naomi follows his future self's instructions, starts getting closer to Ruri, determined to save her. Will he be able to change the future? Okay, so right away, I felt like the three-legged crow and the daytime crimson aura in the sky, it just felt so weird. It felt so forced and weird. It came out of nowhere. They're definitely not going to handle the time travel well. I think this was in an old VOD. Yeah. It definitely was. I talked about it before, but I hadn't watched it. So this time, this is more of like a review than... although on the Kick side, it seems the consensus is one person says we should skip it. I wish I could take my time back and skip it, honestly, kind of. If you're really into sci-fi, you might like... Actually, no, that's a stretch. Honestly, I think even if you like sci-fi, you can do better. There were parts of it that were visually interesting, but it just felt very, very weird. It felt like 3 movies at the same time, and oh yeah. Oh wait, okay. The three-legged crow is supposed to be Yatagarasu, the old mythical Shinto crow. Okay, that makes a lot more sense, Razor. I was gonna ask about it because it seemed so forced. I didn't understand. Maybe with the context of that, it would have like landed better for me if I knew like culturally it had significance. The other thing was that it did feel a little bit strange. Actually, what do you guys think? If your future self... Fuck, this is such a weird question. I don't know why I'm feeling this way. So his future self comes back in time and is in love with his girlfriend that's not his girlfriend yet. And it's just like a little bit sus. Like, it's not terrible. It's not the worst thing in the world. It just feels incongruent in a way. Maybe if they had been college students, I could understand it a little bit more. But I felt there were strong like kidnapper predator vibes from his older self, who's like desperately going 10 years back in time in search of his long lost love that he's still in love with, who's died, and like he's like 26 or 27 and she's in high school and he's just like crying and thirsting after her, and it's just a little bit confusing. It's not the end of the world, like it is what it is and it's fiction, but it just it just kind of confused me. Even 2 of me still couldn't get a G. You know what, Dusty? Same. If it really is me, I would listen. I don't remember much of what he did. Something about guiding an ancient Japanese god around the land. Seen enough TV show and time traveling that it's a red flag doing it. Hi, Swift Shot. Good meowing. But, yeah. Like, I do think the time travel wasn't handled the best either. There was, like, a lot of weird stuff going on. I didn't mind the artwork, but that's about it. I also I did sort of like the girl character in the end. It's so weird because there's this whole buildup of her being like very like tsundere maybe, or just like not very nice. But then she turns out to be quite sweet and normal, and that's like my type. I really like girls who are sweet. So in the beginning I didn't like her much, but by the end I did like her a lot. And then yeah, the main character, they emphasize so much how he's basically a mediocre average boy, like in the first couple of scenes of the movie where like um he's just kind of overlooked in class and at home and all over the place, where like, you know, there's nothing significant or stand out about him. And then somehow he's just overpowered. In fact, it's so cringe. He's wearing a backpack that has the words "the one" written on it in English. And it's just like, oh, or chosen one or something like that. I'm just like, this is really weird. I mean, I guess it's not weird. It's like supposed to be a self-insert something, but it was just like, it was just very, it was a lot. It was a lot. Ah, he's so me. Ayano Koji ass. Imagine just one huge metaphor about doing what you really want so you don't regret it in the future. What a nice brand. Hi, unknown, long time no see. I prefer who I'm with to answer the question of the day. We can move on to that. What brand is your backpack? The chosen one, right? I can't remember exactly, but it was very, very strange and a little bit cringe. Whatever it was. Anyway, I don't recommend watching it. Skip it if you can. There are better things to watch, but I guess if you're really bored, it's only an hour and 37 minutes. Maybe you'll like it. That's the other thing. It could just be a genre thing. But I don't know. I liked the romance aspect because it was very, very cute. But then it just felt like three different films. It felt like there was a romance film, and then there was like a weird sci-fi robots plot, like I don't know, high-tech robots. I don't even understand. Honestly, I kind of like blanked out for a lot of that because there's this whole subplot, and I guess it has to do with the time travel, where yeah, his older self coming back in time messed something up. It just gets really weird. I couldn't keep up. Anyway, I do have a new kitten. You have a new kitty, like a Discord kitty? Today's question of the day: do you prefer someone adventurous or someone with a plan? So, for those of you who are familiar with Myers-Briggs personalities, the 16 personalities, MBTI, whatever, this is a P or a J. Someone who's a judging or perceptive or perceiving. Yeah, judging or perceiving. Dusty says plan. Razor says, I'm usually the one who plans, so having someone adventurous around may not be a bad idea, but I don't mind either. I much prefer having a plan. No, not a Discord kitty, a real life kitty. That's awesome, Unknown Dragon. I'm jealous. I thought the other day, like a week ago, I had a dream that I got a kitten, and then I woke up thinking, I should get a kitten. I didn't get one, though. Myers-Briggs doesn't have any scientific basis, does it? No, I don't think it necessarily does, but I don't think it has to either. I think it's okay for it to just be something kind of fun. And it's also not supposed to be like set in stone. Everyone, it's more of like an indicator on how you tend to react to certain scenarios, right? People tend to not be completely extroverted or completely introverted all of the time, but in general, some people tend to be extroverts more often, and other people tend to be introverted more often, and that also can change, you know, due to life experiences and stuff. Adventurous, I think. I like to leave room for unexpected things to happen. It's more fun. Wow. I'm a J. I need a skeleton plan, even if you're spontaneous as Jen. Yeah. I'm a strong J or judging type. So I do tend to. It's there to allow people to be emotionally racist. Ew, she's an INTJ. Honestly, I don't hate any of the personality types, but can't say the same thing for zodiacs. But yeah, I tend to be a planner. I tend to over plan. Um I think someone who is more spontaneous, even though I won't necessarily gravitate towards them because I find someone who's a planner, I find the planning aspect to be more attractive because I always think to myself like, oh, so okay, for those of you who are like really into organization and like building a second brain, right? Even if I'm never going to use this type of software or whatever, I've watched so many hours of content of like how random people organize their notes and their files. It's just like when I think about it, it's so strange. Like, why would I spend my life doing this? Like, it doesn't really help me anyway. Because it would be one thing if I was looking for a tutorial or if I was looking for advice. It's none of that. It's literally just, I don't know, soothing or something. Like, oh, that's interesting. I don't do it that way, but yeah. Um, yeah, I think I'm attracted to people who are very detail oriented and make intricate plans, but I think I get along better with someone who is a P or who's more adventurous because we can balance each other out. They can introduce spontaneity into my life, and I can introduce some order into theirs. I love watching tips and tricks. Same. Horoscopes are space racism. Just because there's a plan doesn't mean you can't plan something spontaneous like an outing with a friend. True, true. Facts, also true. I don't have time, so I think I'm gonna. Should I just not do the cancel thing today? I won't do cancel corner today. I'll just do a quote maybe, and then get out. Sorry for being so slow. I promise you I'm not drunk, but I can tell you that I do feel a bit like slower than usual, which is crazy. Uh because I'm already kind of slow. But yeah, let's see. That here we go. The quote of the day. The things you own will end up owning you. I think this was in reference to like, oh, who was it? Some God, that guy that's in jail. Is it the owner of Signal? Does anybody know which tech guy? Is it Signal or Telegram? Thank you, Happy Canucks, for the follow. Welcome. Also, good meowing, Crimson. We canceled cancel corner, says Jin. For today, yes. Just do what you feel best. Yes, yes, yes. Diddy? No, it wasn't Diddy. Someone else who's in jail. I am going through things. Cancel God. I'm gonna be smited. Oh, LDTGX also said cancel the cancel corner. Cancel the quote of the day. Cancel me. What's going on? I'm not owned. I'm trying to think and my brain is refusing. So, anyway, guys, this is really going to bother me. It's either the CEO of Signal or the CEO of Telegram who was arrested because he was being held responsible for the distribution of CSAM on his encrypted platform, but I can't remember which one it was. And it's supposed like people should be more alarmed because it's not like he did anything. It's more of like governments strong arming tech companies to always give them a back door, right? Uh Pavel Durov. I think it might be him. Anyway, in an interview, he talked about like why he doesn't own real estate and he just rents. Even though he's like very, very, very rich. I could be misattributing this. I'll fact check myself and I'll come back tomorrow and let you know. Anyway, thank you guys. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm not going to drink anymore. I'm starting Alcoholics Anonymous right now. Right this instant. It's just not for me. Can't do it. No, my brain cells. Love you guys. I hope you have a great Saturday. Have fun. Have a lot of fun. I don't know if any of you guys went shopping for Black Friday, but I didn't. Wow. Thank you for being here. I'm sorry for being so weird and kind of whatever. We'll do other things tomorrow. I love you. Bye.